If you feel left behind, I want you to listen to this. It is never too late to make that change. It is never too late to start something new. And I'm going to tell you a personal experience. Exactly 5 years ago, I left everything that I knew back home in London, my family, my friends. I finally got the job that I wanted as a personal trainer after working so many years to get this qualification, working a full-time job in retail, and then I finally got the qualification. I downsized where I was living from a studio apartment to save more money. I moved into a shared flat, and then I managed to work inside a gym. I finally got the gym. Then what happened? Then COVID happened. A pandemic, like we've lived through a pandemic. I booked my flight to Spain. It was honestly, at that point, one of the lowest that I have ever felt. I felt so lost because when there was a point where I finally thought that I had everything figured out, then I entered an unknown. Like, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I feel like we've always had this misconception that you need to know what you want to do for the rest of your life now. And that doesn't make sense because life is a constant change. You cannot predict what you're gonna like in 20 years, 30 years from now. But what you can decide is what you wanna do now. And this is the most uncommon advice that you're ever gonna hear. Sometimes you don't even know what to do. Many people, including myself, what is my passion? I don't know what my passion is. Well, if you don't know what to do now, focus on yourself. Being the best version that you can be. And I know this sounds super cliche, and for a long time, this took me a long time to understand. Like, break it down. I want you to imagine yourself as a house. So you have this house, and then you have cracks on the ceiling, you have broken windows, you have broken plates everywhere. And it's so easy for you to just look at everyone else's houses, how fixed up they are, how nice they are. But that house that you see had a process to it. Maybe that house was passed down from someone else to that person. Fine, that is their house. Now, what is happening in yours? Your house still has that crack. Your house still has those broken windows. That house is you. That house has areas that we need to fix within self. That crack could be your financial situation. That crack could be your confidence. Those broken plates could be your self-doubt. And sometimes we don't know where to start. We get overwhelmed by all of these things. That's why you just need to focus on fixing one. Because one step forward is better than no step at all. And this is why you need to understand that comparison is a killer of joy. Because the second you compare yourself, you have entered into a losing game. But if you compare yourself to the person that you were yesterday, now you have somewhere to progress from. Because if you didn't pick up one plate yesterday and you picked one up today, guess what? That is progress. And that is the only thing that matters. Because sometimes we're so fixated on, look what this person's doing, and then you're so focused on everyone else and how you want to help this person, how you want to help your family, how you want to do this. But if your cup is not full, you have nowhere to pour from. And this is why you need to focus on fixing your cup. And I'm going to show you exactly how you do it. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience. When I hit 25, I literally entered one of the worst eras of my life. Everyone's trajectory is different. Everyone's trajectory is different. So focus on yours. Because if you're focused on everyone else, that means you're not focused on yourself. Now, how do we start? The first form of things that you can control is your physical appearance. And why do I put so much emphasis on your physical appearance? Because to reach any goal that you want, you need to have belief, because you don't have it yet. So to get to where you want is a process, and that process needs trust and belief and faith. I don't know if you believe in God. I believe in God. Whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever, some things don't have logic. And we try to think with logic. We try to think, if I do this, if I do this, if I do this, then this is going to happen. But some things you can't control. The same way I started creating content. I can't control who's going to see my videos. I can't control who's going to purchase from me. I can't control when my video is going to go viral. But guess what I can control? I can control making good videos. I can control doing research. I can control putting my utmost intention into everything that I give to give the most value. That's what I can control. And guess what? I'll randomly get an email getting invited to TV shows. I'll randomly get emails invited by the Chinese government to go to China. And like, these things you can't control. And it's crazy because the point where you feel like you want to give up, that is when you are the closest to that goal. Here, this wouldn't be happening if I gave up. Exactly, I'm going to put a screenshot here. I don't know when. I was editing a YouTube video. It was like 10 p.m. and I had around 100 subscribers and maybe around 1,000 Instagram followers. And I wanted to give up. I was editing this video. I sent this message, but I was still putting in the work. And guess what? All that work does not go unseen. It's a matter of time. This is what blind faith is. is to live as if you already have it. I want you to imagine that you receive this check of $100 million. Someone has given it to you. You go to the bank, but that's so much money that the cashier tells you, excuse me, sir, this is so much money. This is going to take 3 to 4 weeks to enter your bank account. So with everything that you have now, you might be in a bad financial situation. You might even be in debt. What are you going to do? You're going to live as if you already have those $10 million because you know it's coming. So you give money to the homeless person. You won't have any of these financial worries because you know within time that's going to come, but you don't have it yet. This is the same thing with faith because you're taking action knowing that it's going to come. And the thing is, sometimes we have this doubt of we won't be able to do it, that you don't trust it because you have no self-belief. And the reason you have no self-belief is because you have no confidence. Confidence is super simple. We need to stop overcomplicating this confidence. Confidence is just follow through. And that's why you have no confidence, because words are super powerful. You say you're going to do something and you never do it. So guess what? You don't believe you don't believe the words that you're saying. Imagine you have a friend and he tells you, you know what? Let's go to the gym tomorrow. I'll see you at 10. You go to the gym tomorrow at 10, he's not there. Guess what? He broke his word. You forgive him. It's okay. Let's meet up tomorrow, 10 a.m. He's not there. Then you start to have your doubts. Then you say the next day, let's meet again, and he doesn't show up. The 4th time, are you going to believe him? He might show up, he might not. Now you have that doubt. This is the same thing with your goals. You say you're gonna take action to reach this goal, because to reach a goal is reached by daily actions. Habitually compounds to reach this goal. So what do? We have this anxiety of, is this goal going to come? I don't know. But that future that you want doesn't happen by chance. It happens by what you do today. So what you're really worried about is, am I going to do the action today to create that result? So to remove that anxiety, you just need to ask yourself, am I going to put the work in today to get that result? And if the answer is yes, that anxiety will leave you. So you need to focus on making sure that you take action, because action is a killer of fear and fear is a killer of action. And action is what's going to get you that result. So that's why you need to stop living in fear of what if. We put trust into things every single day that we don't even realize. Look, right now I'm underneath a parking lot. I am putting trust on the person that created this parking lot. This can land on my head because I don't know the person who done it. I don't know if they have the right qualifications, yet we trust. When we cross the road and a car is coming towards us, we cross the road knowing that the car's going to stop, but we don't know if it's going to stop. We go on a plane, trusting the pilot, but we don't know how that pilot is feeling in that moment, if he wants to steer it off. We do not know, but we trust. We go on that plane as if we have already arrived to that destination. This is the same thing that you guys need to do with your goals. This is why you need to build that trust within self. Remember this illustration of the house that I told you, that you have the plates? This is the same thing. If you have that self-doubt, start off by saying small things. I'm going to do my bed. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to start going to the gym. And you follow through. You have now fixed that crack in that ceiling. Now you have this self-doubt. Guess what? Now you make bigger challenges for yourself. Well, guess what? I'm going to do an uncomfortable. I'm going to apply for that job that I wanted to apply for. Or maybe I'm going to do something else. Now you fix the ceiling, and everything starts to place itself together. And now you're focused on your house, that you're creating a beautiful house. And now when you look to the other houses, you use them as inspiration, not comparison. This is why I make these videos, because back then I would see people like Superman. I would see people on Instagram with these nice physiques, with these dreams that I wanted, and I felt inspired. I would see them as, if they can do it, I can do it too. But there's going to be 3 types of people that are watching this video. The person that's going to hate, the person that's going to think it's a lie, and the person that's inspired. And this video that I'm doing is for that person who wants to feel inspired. Exactly 3 years ago, I felt like I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. All I knew was, let me focus on myself. I decided to grab a camera, I decided to record, and I decided to improve in it because I enjoyed it at the time. I said, you know what? I've got nothing to lose, but everything to gain. So my best advice to you is focus on what you can control now. Focus on controlling the controllables, and then the rest will happen. The path illuminates as you walk it. Don't stress about what's going to happen tomorrow or what's going to happen in 2 weeks. You don't even know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. This is why we live in different time zones, and we live in all the time zones that are not relevant. And the only time zone that is relevant is the now. Because we focus about, oh, what I should have done in the past, what I should have, could have. We are not going that way. Stop living in a time frame that will never change. You can either accept it or change it. Now focus on the only time frame that exists, which is the now. The now is the only thing that exists. But then we think about the future, but I need to think about my future. What's gonna happen? This future that you so want is created by what you do today. Become a person that is determined to keep on going even when he doesn't want to, because today is the only thing that counts. So if you feel like you are left behind, the question you need to ask yourself is, why am I left behind? Where is the mark? And the thing is, sometimes we define success by what other people have, money, cars. You are not defining success. You are defining a result as success. And that result that you so want is created by daily actions that are compounded to create that success. We look at athletes and we are inspired by the athlete. But in reality, we are inspired by the daily work that athlete put in to become an athlete. Success is a journey. It's not a destination. And with that being said, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me at @Sunwa_. And if you guys need any help with anything, I'm there for you guys. Thank you so much for showing me love. That is Sunwa out.